Allah will never go back to NPP. Let alone to say that we have to apply. What kind of nonsense?
First of all, let me put it on record. They are not part of the Amnesty. Nobody is even asking Hopeson and Addo to come into the end.
So he says he will never.
I am stating it today. I, Hopeson, Yawa, Addo, I will never make any attempt of joining NPP.
I don't think there's anybody in NPP right now that will say that we want Hopeson back.
Really?
No, why?
All right, so we say now miracles Abuaje any Hopeson Addo ultimately boy ni nyina NPP Amnesty honsem say omo mafiri mbeba na so omo ma eno so akoye ntokwa abusuan. Now ni nyina nie enti last Saturday na NPP for letter ebaye say party no members any omo ankasa do omo pekoye the party ni suspend omo da so case e wo party ni mukura na yigu so handle case ni nyina no if you agree adeshimoja ahwe agwinti automatically yetimi etwa obia case mu ise ye beba abraba no foforo wate ase omomra na omo nsanso nhye bibia ase fresh no mu nyina enkonko omanim but that party no elete na e buy na is conditions kakra e wo mu ni nyina ne se mu a party no mum e na de omo pe etwuma so no de automatically ye jam be wa do pe e na free party no mu ne de ese osan so twe re-application na osan de ba na party no ehwe so ombeje watum bi mu na so omonjuntum abusun ebra letter ne buy no Hopeson Addo any some NPP akasifo bi Paula Foko no nkochire mu se enka call ne ye but then the condition e ka ho ne ade na enye Hopeson Addo in particular echire mu se ono de se amnesty o se achewo se die yo wose ni nyina bogus omba biem form amnesty ompe especially the condition kra na e ka amnesty no se omo na Omado mpefi mukran nsan twele temra no kwa de Hopeson say e atemdidie ma no and ono no de one ne Alan Cash any the movement for change for there is no way say ombeba back to NPP biom Hopeson Addo come yet assess so ono beba NPP de any enko de beko NDC rather because who is say no NDC abe more attractive e de more no and MPP akono bia enhedanim ebi.
Will you then take it up and lead the movement for change?
Allah will never do that.
Okay.
Allah will never do that. In 1992, when Allah was using his resources to, help form this party, all those officers there, all those executives there, how many of them were there? Some of them were 10 years. Some of them were 10 years by then. But today, they can stand and speak, excuse my language, rubbish to Alan Kwadwo Chemante. Allah will never go back to NPP. Let alone to say that we have to apply. What kind of nonsense? When I was joining NPP, did I write a formal application to join NPP? I just entered. I went to the office and took my membership card. That's all. So to tell me that if I want to join NPP, as if NPP is so attractive that people want to join. Look, the youth of this country, those in universities and those, if you want to go forward in politics, never dream of joining NPP. Never. Look at NDC. NDC is the most attractive party today. Look at how President has rewarded the youth who helped the party. And then the old ones, he has putting them in place that they'll be giving these people the guidelines and all those kind of things. That is how we run a party. Not that of NPP. No.
So are you saying all these things because you are bitter about the party?
Everywhere.
I'm asking, are you saying all these things because you are bitter about the party?
Oh, I cannot say because I am bitter, that's why I'm saying this. I'm stating the fact.
Okay.
And I cannot also run away for bitterness. That one, I am not a hypocrite.
Okay.
Because I risked my life. I fought for NPP. I put everything aside. I am a teacher by profession. 2008, I was in classroom when we lost elections. January 2009, all former ministers of Akuffo were not able to speak on radio. I decided to quit my job and then speak for the party. And I did that from 2008 to now. So at a point, if you decide to treat me this way, and I say I am not bitter, then I am turning to be a liar.
Okay.
But I am not saying this because I am bitter, but I'm stating the fact that NPP is not attractive. It's a declining party. I can assure you that 2028, NPP is going to get 28%. Or revisit it.
Okay.
A declining party like this, I am stating it today. I, Hopeson, Yawa, Addo, I will never make any attempt of joining NPP.
But what if the party comes to you? What if the party comes to you?
Not to organize the party again, decide to go on retirement. I would rather be happy to join NDC than going back to NPP.
Now, briefly, we any some Hopeson Addo etime kan ye ebra letter no ebai. Eno nene Miracles Abwajen so ako grant interview. Yeah, just say in reaction and in reply to the Hopeson Addo air canon. Miracles Abwaji HM said number 1, yen kama Hopeson Addo NTS say 1. Ne bad energy no ubia ehia ewo NPP party no. Number 2, the amnesty letter na ebai no ubia an state so omo pe Hopeson Addo no se so sa ewu. Hopeson Addo na omo target enye ono nti no de letter no ebai. Number 3, Miracles Abwaji chim say NPP mpanimfo party mi jai party no members no honom kodi ubinum ti say Hopeson Addo mo sa na chi ese omo pese omo mba be ka ho a ozo obedi ya because enokra na kire say na as a party no omo mfa bu ma members na so far omo timi stick to the party in times of in hard times be say no na ese omo mfa bu omo so Hopeson Addo ene omo tete sa na de omo nya obi a kire party no ehia omo kra wo party no say omo ntimi ben omo so there is no way say let no omo twe no omo adwen mu say bi a Hopeson Addo ebi sa no omo mra party no omo ehia no. Now Miracles also HM say obi say Alan Cass for instance Alan say or say Alan wenyini oye penny within politics monim de oye ono ankasa na fa ni decision so ono Miracles Abwaje pan ni trimu de ohun fa so a say NPP penny bi etimi edware tuka ekọ Alan Cass efie eso mo kwa akosere say on sa me join the party no or say Alan mo bi aso so nkopa na chew na mom say Alan Cass na efie say afedi ono atena se ni tibuo bi ebudufo na say wadwendwe ne ma nti ono pese o return it back to NPP a or say Alan winning the right way a say utimi eye which is Alan entry letemra na Alan no nye fasting nya akwankyere mo mpaye hoping say ombegina tum senye sa dia there is no other guarantee say Alan no any Hopeson Addo ye no no Alan no ne nkofo na chitifo sa no omo be make special provisions bi e de amo so omo de omo mra because omo be mo special treatment ye bie kwan na tum ufi say obe babra ufi say wo ba ye nso so they are focused on party no members omo da so wom dada and hoping say omo mbebe bia be ka ho ne nso omo mo akomapa they are carrying a positive energy enye sa ono no on agree say party the numbers and running into no say bi infrufru bia na say e ba be frafra ne mem abusia yentie Miracles Abwaje ya che say ono nso ebo na adwe heavy edema Hopeson Addo concerning ne reply ese wono omba NPP mbiem na nkobeba NPP de obekọ NDC yentie the Miracles eka.
So first of all, nobody is even asking Hopeson Addo to come into the NPP.
So he says he will never,
because he's not part of the,
never come back to the NPP.
The Amnesty. He's not part.
Of course, and they would have to reapply.
Yes,
you know,
nobody is even invited.
Because they left, they were not suspended.
So you see, we should put it on record that nobody,
yeah.
In fact, the NPP doesn't expect Hopeson Addo to come back. You see, in a group, you want people who are bringing positive energy. If you have Star FM, okay, an organization like this, and you have one of your staff leave, and your staff after leaving is always bad mouthing you, would you ever want the staff back?
Not at all.
Exactly. You would want a team that is pursuing a common agenda. I don't think there's anybody in NPP
and
that
very professional enough.
Yes, I don't think there's anybody in NPP right now that will say that we want Hopeson back.
Really?
No, why?
But political parties, it's about the numbers.
Positive numbers.
Really?
Otherwise,
so in politics you are dealing with positive numbers and negative numbers.
No, positive.
Miracles Abwaje.
Yeah, positive numbers only.
Really?
No politician would want a negative. Do you know what one negative energy can do to? One negative energy can disrupt thousands of your people.
Don't forget that when he comes back, there are other people who are very, very linked to him. So it's not just that individual perhaps you are looking at, but his mother, possibly his wife, his children. They may all tilt towards the NPP.
If you come and you disrupt it, then we thank you. Don't come.
So you don't need Adoye
if you
back again in the NPP.
And you disrupt it. If you come and disrupt it, then we thank you. Don't come.
So you don't need him. Solomon Wusu and Co. You don't need them.
You listen to what I am telling you. If you would come and disrupt it, first of all, let me put it on record. They are not part of the amnesty.
Of course, they left,
yes, they
on
have
their
to
own.
Apply. So they should even pray that when they apply and the application is vetted, they will be accepted. Because on your acceptance, it will be based on your contribution that you are bringing on board. But if you make commentary like this and you disrespect the political party in this manner, why do you think you even deserve to even apply in the first place to such a political party? You don't do that to any organization that you've ever been part of. You don't do that. You don't leave an organization that you've been part of and disrespect it in the manner in which he is disrespecting the party. No, we thank you.
But didn't the exit of some members of the party really affect the NPP in the 2024 elections? Pardon me.
There are so many variables that may have affected us in the 2024 elections. So many variables.
Wasn't this one of the variables?
I don't think so. I don't think so. For example, there are over 2 million of our members we know who didn't turn out to vote. If those people had also turned out to vote, maybe your exit wouldn't have mattered. You understand what I'm saying? Remember, there is no way you can have a political party that you will not have exit and entrance. You would always have exits and entrance. Every organization has that. So you cannot brood and continue to cry over exits. What you should be concerned about is consolidating what you have and attracting more and new entrants. But those who, on their own, decide to leave, it is difficult for you to count them as part of your losses. You should rather be worried about those you were not able to attract, and that's where your focus should be on.
But of course, you are not part of the national leadership, but is the NPP thinking of possibly even talking to Alan Chairman and the other people, in tow, and the other people who left on their own? Are you thinking of?
I think leadership will be able to speak to that. But in my personal view, I don't think that anybody in the caliber of Mr. Alan Chairman, who has been with this party for like forever, decides to leave, requires somebody to talk to. I think he knows clearly what it is that he's doing. And so whenever he feels he will come back, I'm sure he wouldn't require anybody to talk to. He wouldn't need anybody to convince him to come or to leave, because I don't think anybody convinced him to leave. You understand? So personally, I don't think that somebody in the caliber of Mr. Alan Chairman requires a talk to before he comes back. Whenever he feels he wants to come back, I'm sure he's quite experienced to know that, okay, I want to come back, I will apply and hopefully I'm accepted to come back. But I don't think he needs somebody to talk to.
It looks like the party doesn't care whether you are leaving or not. We don't care about you.
The party cares about its members, but the party cannot be worried about non-members. We are worried about its members and those we want to attract to come. Remember, somebody who is not a member of the party yet that we are trying to attract to come. Okay, it's not the same as somebody who has been part of the party and left and is bad mouthing us. They are not the same. They are not the same. Like I said, no political party was negative numbers. You only want positive numbers. So you are more worried about protecting what you have and attracting new ones. But for those who have intentionally, deliberately left and are even bad mouthing you and praying that you fail, why would you be bothered about that? After all, you're not looking for 100%. Are you? You're not looking for 100% in an election. Because it is even disrespectful to those who are with you. When you are always worried about those who were with you and have left, and then you leave them, and so they don't matter. No, focus on what you have, protect it, and attract new people and give them reasons why they should come. But for those who are with you and for whatever reason they have decided to leave, they don't need to talk to. Whenever they are willing and ready, I'm sure they would be able to convince themselves to come.
All right, so we can do the Pokwase and Sawom conversation now.
I was listening to Miracles, and I think sometimes you just have to tone down a little bit. I mean, talking about the minister talking too much, I think it's too harsh. I mean, I like listening to him, but sometimes when I hear him speak, because you just have to be humble and explain the things to the people to understand, but not going on to attack others. You may disagree with them, but I think sometimes he has to do that. We are all learning from him. So, thank you very much.
Thank you too. So Miracles, when people say that you love to attack, well, others also feel that it's just an opinion you are sharing. Have you heard things like this? Okay.
I'm sure everybody in this country knows that I am just factual. I stick to the issues.
Maybe it's about the posturing.
No, I mean,
and the expression
and all that single attack since we had this conversation.
Exactly, I'm finding it very difficult to.
So for me, I think that usually in politics, especially when you're doing political communication, be rest assured that everything you are from the NDC side, you are saying it will not be palatable in the ears of the NPP.
Exactly.
And everything you are from NPP saying won't be palatable to the ears of the
vice versa.
So it is very much understood, but I have a principle.
Right.
Stick to the issues.
Right.
Stick to the facts.
Right.
I have stuck to the issues and stuck to the fact from day one. And I'm known for that. And I will not depart from that. It may not be nice in your ears. Because, for example, I don't know why a finance minister will come and sit on radio and say that the previous government has squandered money, which is a lie. How else should I put it?
Allocated for that particular project.
The fact that money is allocated to a project doesn't mean it will be expended. Is it the case? So you are talking too much, are you not?
Interesting.
Yeah,
you mean the finance minister is talking too much?
Yes, because all you have to do is to release money for the people to work. You don't have to come and talk plenty.
And possibly that's why someone will say you love to attack, because if you say he's talking too much.
Yeah, but he is, isn't he?
You are telling me.
See, that's what I'm saying. I stick to the fact. Is he not? If the people have been complaining for months, and instead of getting it done for them, it is always talking, and trying to explain. Are you not talking too much? How else do you? What is the synonym for you're talking too much?
Good evening, please. Oh, sorry. I'm very sorry. I apologize. I'm very, very sorry. You can try again. Yes. Thank you so much for coming back. Yes, but I think I'll ask my very last question. So it has to do with. Let me drift a bit. I mean, it has to do with Asefua and then the. Jet conversation and all that. He's come back to respond. He was really lashed on social media by Standogbe. And of course, he came back to respond. And people think that he goofed and that he should just apologize. What's your take on all of that, happening?
I'm sure if Standogbe sits back and reads or reread what he wrote, he probably would not write that. You see, the NDC need to transition from opposition to government. It's becoming quite evident that they still think they are in opposition. Bro, when you are sworn into government, your responsibilities are completely different. You have a job to be accountable to the people, no matter how unpalatable it will be in your ears. You, Standogbe, and your friends in government, whilst you were in opposition, told the whole country and lied to the country that the Kwadwo was renting private jets and bathing in it, which was an absolute lie, and went on to on daily basis be sharing an itinerary of a Kwadwo traveling and showing where he has landed and where he's moving to and everything. That's what you did whilst you were in opposition. Now you went on to tell us that you don't know why a Kwadwo doesn't use the private jet, which was in serene condition, and that it was one of the best, aircraft you can find in West Africa, according to the Deputy Defense Minister. So if the president is traveling, and we find that the president is not traveling with the presidential jets, and we don't know which airline the president traveled on, and we ask you that we have gotten wind that the president has traveled with a private jet, because the last time the vice president traveled out of this country, Nana Jane, she traveled with a private jet. And that the foreign affairs minister, who probably is part of the delegation, told us that if his government should ever travel on a private jet, he's going to resign. All you need to do is to come and tell us that, oh, dear country, no, that's not the case. He didn't travel on a private jet. He traveled on Emirates flight, so and so at this time, and he left. And that was a commercial flight. Remember, if indeed it's a commercial flight, it means that there could be over 200 more people on that flight with him. So it's no longer a secret. So all you needed to do was to come and put that out. The last time you guys did it to us while you're in opposition, he released a long statement and explained the entire itinerary of the president and showed you how the president traveled. What is this thing about coming to insult the MP? And you are in government though. Whether you insult or not, we will come and ask you again tomorrow.
But do you admit that Asefua goofed?
How did he goof? He said that he believed that the president didn't travel on commercial. And that if you are unable to provide details of how the president traveled, looking at all the aviation information available on the day the president traveled, it is likely the president traveled on this flight, because the movement of this flight, which is headed towards Japan, shows that the president might be on that flight. How is it? In fact, he didn't even mention the president's name. He didn't even mention the president. But
we know it was about
exactly.
him,
So
obviously.
all you have to come and say, oh, honorable minister, that is not the case. Honorable member of parliament, that's not the case. The president actually didn't travel on this flight, and that he traveled on Emirates flight, so and so. You didn't have to insult him. Do you think it is right for the chief of staff, the deputy chief of staff of the Republic of Ghana, to write and speak in the manner in which Standobe spoke? How long are you going to do that? Because we are not going to stop talking. So how long can you continue to come and insult?
Oh, so he should expect more.
But of course, but if anytime the president travel, you should let us know how much we are spending on the president travel. Or you don't think the people deserve to know that? The people don't deserve to know that. You should tell us. Anytime. Because you set the standard. And then you should come and explain to us why the country has spent money on a presidential jet, and yet you are not traveling on a presidential jet, and you are risking the life of the president in transiting for hours and sitting in trains and what have you. You should come and tell us that. You don't think the people deserve that? Why does Stan think that they are special and they can be treated specially from how they treated Akuffo? Why? Is it not strange to you? Do you disagree with the member of parliament, Vincent, for trying to seek information as to how our president left the country? Do you disagree with him? So, when you set the standard for us, and I always keep saying that for the entire length that the NDC is going to be in power, I am never going to ask the NDC to do anything outside what it is that they promise us. Okay. Never. I won't do it. I'm not the one to come and tell the NDC what they should do. But I'm simply going to put them to their own measure. You said that you never travel with a private jet. You can't travel with a private jet.
The verdict.
If you want to travel with a private jet, come and apologize to us. And let us know that you were just doing unnecessary politics at the time you were making noise about the private jet situation. You said that the presidential jet was in pristine condition. Come and tell us why all of a sudden in 6 months it's no longer in pristine condition. What did you do to it? Because we left office barely 7-8 months ago, and you had custody of it. Why? Why is it no longer in pristine condition? Your own measure. We are not asking you to do anything special. If I come and tell you that cocoa farmers give them 6,000, I'm not telling you what to do. I am simply telling you that the finance minister said it, even at his vetting, as recent as March, that cocoa farmers deserve 6,000. That the agric minister said that if they don't give them 6,000, then what are they talking about? So I am not going to put the NDC on any measure. But the NDC cannot think that they are going to be treated any different or special from what they deserve to be treated. That will not happen.
Many thanks to you, Dennis Miracles Abuaje, the Director of Communications for the Bamia campaign. I'm glad you came through, sir.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
All right, so we and some of busia etimi ebobo free NPP so e camp eba we amnesty hu nkomo mpo no baby akoduru no Miracles team say NPP ni ya chese wo free party no koye na after say wo koye no bia akodi di party no atem wakogu omanim ase wakotete to omoto akeken kan sem bebiri no say amnesty letter bi na onye target enye wo mo hwehwew especially Hopeson adoye no what they say and good sa no omo hwehwew say obekeken kan sem ani asa be power say ye the amnesty abenti no bra was amnesty letter we it is not onye target enye wo mo hwehwew omo hia wo so stay e wo movement for change so eye wo NDC activists kakra sem no so if say NDC ye wakona stay there omo hia ewo NPP omo nsoma so dey your lane they should dey their day but Alan there specifically yes say obeba hwe letter bra na hope say me ba cho ebeji watu we the Miracles Abuaje etimi edi tuja ewo sansem no busia we nsema eba me so say obetimi akere wadwo comment section ho na yehu de wonto wadwo ye edifa the NPP camp enema if you ho eba ho aside that any first time nko say ha Phoenix obetimi subscribe to channel until be post video obetimi enya update me din edc ke me do ase ese unya abre e ma me